Good morning, it's not morning. Definitely getting a bit of a late start to the video today. I had a really hard time getting up this morning. And because I work from home, I get to smell crock pot all day. Christina is making potato soup for dinner tonight, so it's gonna be just literally smelling like potatoes throughout the house the entire day. One of the kind of downfalls about working from home, even though it can be a good thing as well. Like there are days when she makes things like chicken tacos, chicken burritos, whatever it is we do. That smells amazing throughout the day. Potatoes, not so great. But here in just a few minutes, I've actually got to get ready. We're going to Duncan's school. They're doing some sort of Thanksgiving play. So I'll see if I can take a camera along with me and see what I capture. But for now, leftover double cheeseburger. Yeah. Now today's vlog has only been up for a couple of hours at this point, but I've already started receiving the comments and questions that I knew I was going to be receiving. So I thought I would go ahead and just sort of throw this in there as well. There are two main questions I'm going to receive about the storage option that I talked about. The first one is, why didn't you go with a network attached option with something like a Synology? And the answer to that one is, network attached would have been really nice, but to get something that is network attached is basically $400 to $600 to several $1,000s. Like the Synology that several people are pointing at, I think starts at $400. There is one that's USB 3 only, but that is $300. So it's still more expensive than the Drobo that I got, and I don't think that it has as much automation built into it. One of the things that I really liked about doing the Drobo is that I can basically stick drives in it, plug it up, and it's ready to go. It'll take a little bit of time initially to build that RAID array, but after that's done, it's an attached drive, and that's it. And then whenever I want to upgrade a hard drive, I pop one out, I pop in a new one, I wait for it to finish rebuilding, and that's it. Whereas with something like a Synology, I don't know enough about those, so those may work similarly, but I don't know how they do with on-the-fly upgrades. And the other big question that I'm going to see an awful lot of is, why didn't you just build your own machine with a Linux system on it? Do something like someone suggested FreeNAS. I've done FreeNAS before. When I did it before, it was very easy to set up, but it does require having a dedicated machine for it, and a dedicated machine with a lot of internal storage options. So basically, you're talking about dedicating a machine that costs hundreds of dollars, potentially $500 to $700 at least, to sit there and be a Linux file server that you have to manage and maintain. Whereas with the Drobo, again, I just stick the drives in there. It's got some little LEDs that tell me what's going on. When something goes bad, I can pop it out and replace it. If I want to upgrade it, I can pop it out and replace it. With a Linux machine, unless you, again, pay an awful lot of money, you're not going to get much that's hot swappable. And the software itself, again, I don't know how it's changed in the last few years, but I don't know how it deals with all... The biggest thing at the end of the day is the amount of time invested versus the amount of money invested. 3, 4, 5 years ago, I definitely would have done exactly that. I did do that. Like I said, I had a FreeNAS box for a while there. And just the amount of time that it takes to get it set up, the amount of energy, the amount of storage space, because, you know, basically, after my new desktop comes in, I am going to have a spare desktop, but I don't intend to wipe it out and make it a dedicated Linux machine as a hard drive storage option. I might wipe it out and make it a dedicated Linux machine for reviews. That might be an interesting option. I might leave it the way it is and use it as a backup editing solution, potentially like we were talking about if we end up moving to a new place, to have a desktop in my office and then a desktop inside the house. Probably not. But there are a lot of options there. In this option, I take a $200 machine and I plug it up USB 3 and it just manages everything for me. That's the goal. Alrighty, took just a couple of minutes and unboxed the Shinlin X1 something quadcopter. And during the video, I actually said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and run it through one battery very quickly, meaning I was just going to put it at the lowest speed setting and just let it sit for the entire time. No, I flew it around in the office. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made because I didn't realize just how stiff the controller was going to be. So every time I would start to make a turn, every time I would start to bank or something, this left stick is just really, really tight. So it's going to take a little bit of breaking in. So I've kind of crashed it a few times. No damage done though. So I was really surprised with how well it did as far as that's concerned. But for moving forward, I'm going to have to take it outside. Because apparently with that little thing, as soon as you put it in the highest rate and you say go forward, instead of going forward kind of like this, it goes like this. So it pretty much just lays out. And when you tell it to do a flip, it gives itself a ridiculous amount of boost. So for example, I'd be right at about chest height. I would say do a flip and it would take itself almost up to the ceiling, do the flip, and then try to give itself more boost after doing the flip. Like, that's an awful lot of throttle you're giving yourself there. But it does keep it in the air as long as you're in a place that doesn't have an obstructed ceiling. Anyway, I'm gonna keep trying that out. I'm seriously thinking of taking 2 or 3, actually maybe all 3 of these new quadcopters with me when I go to the in-laws house tomorrow, because I think it might be fun just to take all 3 of them out, because my in-laws have this really large You know, I don't know if I've been there since I've been doing this. They have this really large, sprawling area. They live out in the middle of nowhere. You know, I think I have been out there since we've been doing this. Anyway, in case you have not seen it, they have this large farmland area. They've got a little pond in front of their house and everything, and a big old field where I can fly quadcopters. So I'll probably take the 3 of them over there and just see what I can do with them. Alrighty, some time has passed. Time to head over to Duncan's school to see his Thanksgiving thing. I'm going to be taking the RX-100, probably leaving you guys here, and you'll be here. So, see you in a bit.
They had lots of food and they decided to have a big party.
Well, that was cute. Very, very, very short, but cute. So, interestingly enough, we've got several UPS packages coming over the next couple of days. One of them, obviously, is the Drobo that I ordered yesterday, but one of them, I had no idea what it was, and it didn't really give any information other than it's coming from Shenzhen. So I'm thinking, well, Shenzhen, usually anybody that ships from there normally ships DHL, so why would it be UPS? So I logged in to the UPS My Choice. UPS, by the way, has this thing where you can sign up if you're in the States, at least if you're in the States, I don't know. And you can see when packages are coming, how big they are, where they're coming from, all the updated information. You can sign for them ahead of time. Really cool stuff. And so I looked into there, and the little associated information said Dasheng, and Dasheng means OnePlus, or Dasheng is the company behind OnePlus. I don't know. Anytime I get an invoice from OnePlus, it says Dasheng International. So apparently my OnePlus X has shipped. By the way, I ordered the OnePlus X. What are you doing home? You are home. What?
I went to see Duncan's play with you.
We both went to Duncan's play. I knew she was here.
It was very...
You didn't know she was here.
It was very short.
Very short. Just like someone not paying attention. But the funny thing about the OnePlus order is on their site, it still shows that it's processing, like that the order has not completed yet. So it doesn't say that it's shipped, it says nothing other than it's just as if I have given them money and they're holding it and waiting. But apparently it's gonna be here tomorrow. I'm okay with this. Of course, that means that we have to stay here a lot later than we probably should have in order to receive these things, because UPS shows up kind of late, always. UPS is actually here at a reasonable hour. Normally they don't show up until like 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock, but it's 3 and they're here. Weird. Although I have no clue what's coming today. It said Godiva on the UPS shipment notice. I didn't order anything from Godiva. Christina says she didn't either, so I guess we'll see here in a minute. Also, I'm doing a bit of a quick test. I took yesterday's vlog and I've got it rendering on both my desktop and my laptop. The laptop is rendering to the internal hard drive. The desktop is going to the SSD. I'm going to try it out after this, going to the SSD. But the desktop's definitely doing it faster, but not dramatically so. And the laptop is only using like 23% of its CPU. Very confusing. Well, that is just priceless. Right in the middle of rendering the video, decided to just update and restart itself. That's a fail. That's a fail, Windows. Well, I have no idea what this could be. It says it's from Godiva, and there's a little included gift message. It says, welcome chocolate lover. This gift has been selected for you. And it says it's a 36-piece red ribbon ballotine. I definitely don't recall ordering anything from Godiva chocolates, but I'm not gonna turn it away unless it's filled with cyanide or something. Let's see. I didn't order it.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I can see it. It's very fancy. Is there anything else in there? No. There's no note. There's no nothing.
See this? Durham.
And she just found the note. It says, it's thanks from Selena at Impow Tech. I've been reviewing things for Impow for an awful long time, so thanks again to Impow for that. That's very, very nice of you guys. I'm gonna open it and see what's inside, because fat kid's still in here.
Very beautiful box.
It is, it's very nice. And there's that health stuff we don't need, we'll throw that away. Oh, there's a little guide. And it's all plastic.
I'm not gonna eat them all.
She says she's eating all of my chocolate. She's just going through and wholeheartedly eating everything. Blame it on this. That one wants chocolate. I have to charge the camera. I see a white chocolate thing. I'm going to eat it now. I don't know what that was.
White praline heart.
Praline.
Hazelnut praline.
That's pretty tasty. He didn't even realize there was a box of chocolate in here.
I'm gonna take all these.
No, not all of them. Let mommy find one. Let mommy help you find one.
Wait, I know which one you'll eat. This one, milk chocolate dimmed.
Is it that? Found one we think you'll like. There's
that one's my
a milk chocolate one in there. Give it a shot. It tastes an awful lot like chocolate. And just crams it in. No, you're not going back immediately.
No, you're good.
There's a whole box of chocolate. The good stuff.
Yeah. Can we play Rocket League?
So a little bit of an update. I'm running this little test again. Same file between my two systems. And apparently, I don't know what I've changed. I rebooted the laptop. It's done updates and stuff. I've got it using the CPU 100% now. I've got it using the SSD. And it is you probably can't even really see that with this, but it's 100% utilizing all of the cores that it's got. My desktop is as well, but my desktop only has 4 cores and 4 threads. So it's actually kind of kicking the butt of my desktop. Had a weird thing on the laptop where it would say that it's stuck at 0.77 gigahertz per core, which means that it was only using like 20% of the available CPU. So I just rebooted it and it was like, here's 3.2 gigahertz, have fun with that. And so I hit render, something changed. I don't know what it is, but so far this vlog, this 20-something minute vlog from yesterday that took, I'm gonna guess that took like 35 or 40 minutes to render on my desktop. I'm at 57% at 7 minutes. So it's gonna be a total of like 11 minutes to render this. That's less than 1-to-1. Until my new desktop arrives, which as it turns out might be the early next week, or maybe late this week, but hopefully not because we won't be here. But whenever the new desktop arrives, I'm hoping that it is this fast or faster all the time. And it should be a lot faster than this, because the benchmarks this versus my new desktop, the new desktop's supposed to blow it out of the water. Really nice to see what this laptop is capable of. Just a pity that it never does this when I'm traveling. Because I'm going to be taking this with me to the in-laws this weekend, and I guarantee you it isn't going to be rendering this fast. Be nice if it did, though.
Pies are finished.
Pies. You make the danger. It actually kind of, I don't mean to offend, but it kind of looks like vomit in a pie crust. What is that? You said it's derpy pie, but...
It's a derby pie. It has pecans and it has chocolate in there too.
I don't know. Like I said, it just, from the looks of it, I mean, I know part of that is bubbles and part of it's pecans and whatever else, but it kind of looks like vomit.
It has brown sugar.
It's a derpy vomit pie. I'm sure it will be delicious too.
I don't know. I've never made this recipe, so
I'm gonna stick my finger in
we're
it.
gonna test that one. The one you're about to stick your finger in. It's hot. We're gonna cut that one tonight.
Entirely too many sweets in this house right now, because all of that, and then that thing over there from Impow, which we are still very, very happy about.
And I'm making a cake tonight too. But you're not allowed to eat this or the cake because they are for Thanksgiving.
And she is not allowed to drink this.
I used a little bit of it in the pies.
Yeah, that's literally all that the pies took, apparently.
Yeah. So you can take it. You can take a shot.
No.
Sure.
I guess I could do that on camera. No.
That would be funny.
See, with your bourbon, you got to put it over ice.
Yeah.
Put it in ice, and then you don't shoot it. You sip it. I still don't. All right, so the vlog was like 22 minutes long, 22:42. That took 11 minutes. You can't see that, it's not gonna focus, but 11 minutes, 34 seconds. Over here, we are at 12 minutes, 40 seconds at 40%. And it's only using 83% of the CPU for some reason. But I have nothing else running. I have one Explorer window, the same that I do on the system. Everything else has been closed out. Normally I keep Chrome up and running while I'm doing this, but I just shut it down just so that everything, I guess I could have rebooted the desktop just to make sure everything was even. Wow, that is a significant difference. I'm gonna try it again, doing it to the desktop, to the hard drive, because that is significant. All right, we're starting up again, 100% utilization, 3.17 gigahertz speed, and it's looking like it's gonna go pretty fast again. It'll be really funny if I can finish the second one on the desktop of the laptop before the desktop actually finishes one. Yeah, I may have just, my main desktop may have just gotten deprecated entirely if this is the case. Wow. Well, this definitely speaks volumes to the fact that CPU is really the most important thing for this kind of video editing, video rendering, because I'm doing this to the slow internal hard drive of this. And I've still only seen the hard drive hit about 50% utilization max, 55 right there. And then the CPU has stuck right at about 99 to 100% the majority of the time. I mean, the same with that one. I'm using an SSD, 3%, you know, it's hitting 80-something% right here, but 1% disk utilization. We've got these massively fast SSDs, and there's no reason to have it for video rendering. For other things, for loading games, for loading files, it can be very, very nice. But for actually creating a video and writing it to the hard drive, it's not necessary. The slow hard drive will do it just fine. And by the way, messing with my hair because I took the Shinlin quadcopter out there and flew it just a little while ago. And it's done. 11 minutes 58 seconds, so a little bit slower. Actually, it's still elapsing, so I guess it's almost done now. 12 minutes 10 seconds or so. That one's at 26 minutes. So yeah, switching to using my laptop as the primary until my new desktop shows up could potentially be a massive time saver. Good to know, good to know. I'll be keeping my laptop out here for the time being. But for now, food time. Food time, food. Potato soup.
I don't like potatoes.
You don't like potatoes, but you are a potato.
I don't like potatoes.
But you are a potato.
I am not a potato.
He's having the turkey sandwich. I was telling him earlier about how working from home is great, except occasionally things like smelling the potatoes the entire day.
I don't like
It could be worse.
I don't like
And there are better times with, like I said, the chicken burritos, chicken fajitas, chicken tacos, whatever it is, where they cook the entire day to make chicken. So ups and downs. Hot soup. And we're going with some jalapenos in the soup. I even convinced her. Takes just a little bit extra, you know. Gives it a little spice, a little extra taste, a little extra kick. Duncan, you want some jalapenos in your Doritos? No. You could just drink the jalapeno juice. No. It is time. It is time. That one, right?
This one.
So have you ever had a Derby pie before?
A long time, I think.
So you're not entirely sure what to expect?
No. Are you?
I think I've had them before, but it's been a while too. It's a lot of pecans, a lot of chocolate. It's a pie.
You go first.
So chocolate and pecans and...
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not big on pecans. Very nutty.
Is it very nutty?
Not bourbony though, so... No, I got a taste of bourbon there.
Really?
Yeah. It's good, but it definitely does have a little bit of an aftertaste of bourbon.
Tasting bourbon at all?
No? Maybe I'm just really sensitive to it.
It's very chocolatey.
Yeah. Really pretty after sunset. Unfortunately, means it's a little too dark to come out here and fly quadcopters on camera. Unless I have one that's really, really good for night flying. Which is a bit of a bummer because I was actually just about to bring one out and fly it to try to finish up the video on it. So when I go to visit the in-laws, I would only have to take 2. Oh well. He decided he wanted to hear Silent Night. So the pentatonic Silent Night is playing. And we're gonna watch Star Wars Episode 2, The Clone Wars. You ready? Making the popcorn first though, of course. Gotta have the priorities. So you're making a cake also? She is the master of the desserts for Thanksgiving. And he is apparently in a dancy butt mood. And the pie is hidden. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I'm
Da 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 da. Woo! Somebody's feeling poopy today.
I think I'm coming down with a cold or something. I woke up with my throat hurting and I had a headache, but that was it. I thought maybe I'd feel better. I didn't think much about it. And then as the day has gone on, I've gotten worse and worse. And this evening, my nose has decided to start just pouring in the snot.
That sounds delicious.
It is.
Is anybody that you work with sick?
No.
No.
And now my throat is really, really raw. And the worst part is, there's nothing I can take.
Yeah. Only thing you can really take is like Robitussin and
Well, I can take
Mucinex, things like that.
Mucinex, but that's an expectorant.
Yeah. All that's going to do is get stuff to come out. It's not going to get it to dry up. So like an antihistamine or something else can't do. So that stinks.
No Sudafed.
Normally when I get to feeling like this, I do... Hey, there's me. Normally when I get to feeling like that, I do Stayhist or Sudafed. Stayhist is Sudafed plus an antihistamine. Sudafed just helps clear everything up, and Stayhist for me does that plus dries everything up. And unfortunately, you can't do that, cause baby. And just like you were saying just a minute ago, exact same thing happened when Duncan.
No, I just have decided that when I'm pregnant, that Thanksgiving is cursed. Because when I was pregnant with Duncan over Thanksgiving, I ended up with a stomach virus and had to go to the emergency room for fluids and to make the vomiting stop.
Hopefully that doesn't happen this time around. Well, I took a little bit of time and I edited the vlog up until now. Unfortunately, I figured out one of the reasons why I haven't been using my laptop as my primary, because it just has a tendency to go derpy every now and again. I'm rebooting it right now, but while I was using it earlier, when I was rendering earlier over there, it was fine. I unplugged it, and something in that process, I'm thinking it's something to do with the power profiles, makes it go down to nothing. So whenever I brought it over here, it was running at like 1.5 gigahertz per core, and then I plugged it all back in, give it power again, and it just dropped to 0.77 gigahertz per core again. So there's something to do with those power profiles that are completely screwed up. I'm guessing that there's maybe a Dell power driver that's not compatible with Windows 10 yet. I don't know, but I just rebooted it. Let's just see if it's any better now. Yep, we're good to go again. 3.34 gigahertz. And on a CPU where it claims to be 2.4 gigahertz, that's an impressive feat. But either way, it is nice to know that if I reboot, hopefully that will take care of the issue. And it's nice to be able to tell when I am having the issue so that I'll know to go ahead and reboot. Because at this point, if I just open up the task manager, it'll tell me what speed it's running at. So I can say, oh, that's only 1.5. Oh, that's only 0.7. That's not where it's supposed to be to get me full power. So let's go ahead and actually let's do some tests while I'm standing here. I'll unplug it. It drops to 0.77 gigahertz immediately. Then back up to 3.34. That's weird. Plug it back in. What's it gonna do? Realizes it's plugged in, drops to 0.77, 1.6, 1.4, back to 0.77. So yeah, something is not right. So I'll probably be rebooting again. Either way, it is nice to know if I want to be able to edit and render, keep it plugged in. Don't move it until it's done. Bad thing is, if I unplug it because I have to go somewhere, like for example, if I'm traveling and I want to be able to have it rendering while I'm walking, it's gonna drop down to nothing and stay there. Balls. Well, no such luck. I tried creating a new power profile, hasn't worked. I'm gonna look out there to see if there's any new drivers, but I don't see any updates currently. Maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. The worst case scenario, I guess I could roll back to Windows 8 because I think everything worked fine with that. It's been rare for me so far to run into real big issues with Windows 10. This is a pretty big one. Well, that is an amusing process and one you guys will never see. I just spent a few minutes teaching Christina how to use a neti pot. And no, I don't plan on showing you that with myself either. If you're not familiar with it, a neti pot is basically something you can use. It has no chemicals other than salt. And you take warm salt water, you put it in a teapot, you stick the teapot in your nose, you do that, and it pours through. And all sorts of gross yuckiness comes out. So it's a good lesson to learn. If you're sick and you don't want to be on medication, that's a way to help cleanse some of that out. I usually combine it with medication when I'm sick because otherwise I'm just miserable all the time. I'm gonna knock on wood now. I haven't gotten sick yet. I probably will in a few days. I've been feeling it for a couple of weeks off and on. I thought that maybe I just missed it, but with her getting sick, I probably will too. And you know what? I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. It's almost 11 o'clock at night at this point, so I've probably better get to finishing up this vlog so I can get to bed at a reasonable hour, because tomorrow Duncan is out of school, which means he's probably gonna be here with me the grand majority of the day. It means I'm gonna try to be getting stuff done for work as well as managing him, or allowing him to manage me. I don't know. And I've just noticed that the vlog that I've already edited is about 22 minutes, so hopefully you guys enjoy the super long vlog. But luckily it will render quickly because this machine, the laptop. And I just completely forgot here, I forgot the entire day. What am I thankful for? Today, I'm thankful. I guess if I had to be put on the spot, I would say my health. Just a few years ago, I was in a really rough spot. I was really, really overweight. And thanks to my hard work and Christina being very supportive about it and helping out a huge amount, I was able to lose an awful lot of weight, changed my life, potentially even saved my life, because I probably would have had a heart attack by now if I hadn't. I have put back on a little bit of weight, so I've been kind of taking advantage of my health, and we are working to fix that. That's why I'm walking on the treadmill right at this very moment, late at night. So today I am going to go on record and say that I am thankful for my health. I'm thankful for the health of my family. Kind of taking one out of the mouth of Christina from the other day, but I think that's fair. So let me know down in the comment section below what you are thankful for today, if you're thankful for anything. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for spending the day with me, a lot more of it than usual. And we will see you again for potentially another long day tomorrow, because we're going to be driving. See you then.